Welcome to episode 137 of the Quest Lore series, Contact. To start this quest you must have completed Prince Ali Rescue, Gertrude's Cat, and Icflorin's Little Helper. You talk to the High Priest of Icflorin in Sophonem. After the events of the previous quest, the good news is that they now know that the pox they have is not contagious, as you didn't catch it, but Menaphos still thinks it is, and they're still keeping their city locked. The High Priest tried to send some people to delegate, but they had arrows fired upon them. You ask if you can get into their city from underneath, and he says that aside from burying the dead, there's only the sect of Scabaras beneath them. Scabaras is one of the 4 demigods of the Menethite pantheon, and he represents wisdom and isolation. There's also Apmukun, the goddess of friendship and pleasure, Krondis, the goddess of resourcefulness, and Het, the god of strength and mental health. In the Book of Light and Day, which is the holy text of the Menethite pantheon, it explains the story of Tumukun's dream journey, where he slept for 4 days and 4 nights in a row, and each night came a strange dream which resulted in one of the Menethite gods. Outside the temple above the sect of Scabaras, Jack says that during the night before the plague outbreak there was an explosion that came from the tunnels underneath the temple, which put it into ruins, and the High Priest hasn't been updated since, so as to not preoccupy him more than just focusing on the plague. It turns out that there is an elaborate tunnel system down there. The bank guard gives you many warnings saying it's dangerous. You say thanks and enter. You dismantle the traps and run past the mobs, making your way around to go further down. You find a body and a piece of parchment covered in blood. The letter written to Caliph by Oz says that the mission is to relieve the agent in Menaphos. You see a girl called Mesa on the other side of the rift. You tell her that Caliph is dead. It turns out that Oz is Osman. The only thing stopping access between Sophonem and Menaphos is this chasm. You presume that Mesa is working as a spy for Osman, and you say that you're the one who rescued Prince Ali. She asks you a few questions to double check to see if you're someone that she can trust. She asks where Prince Ali was being kept held in prison, and you say Draina village, and when she asks you who helped, you say Leela. Before Mesa helps you to free the stuck citizens of Sophonem in Menaphos, she would like to discuss directly with Osman first. Osman accidentally slips some information that he might have been the one who caused the lockdown of Sophonem and Menaphos in the first place. You explain Mesa's insistence to speak with Osman directly, but he doesn't seem convinced in wanting to help you. So you say that not only can he find treasure down there, but you say that it might even further the divide between Menaphos and Sophonem, which is in Osman's interest, as the different desert tribes are known for being rivals with each other. Having Menaphos and Sophonem fighting each other is in the interest of Al-Kharid, as they won't be focusing against them. He says he'll meet you outside the gates of Sophonem. You explain how there is a secret entrance to the north by following the tunnel underneath a pile of rocks. Osman still has a few tricks up his sleeve, and he makes his way into the temple unnoticed. Once again, you make it through the tunnels passing by the traps, and Osman is updating Mesa with more mission details, and just as Osman is about to leave, a giant scarab appears and attacks him. He disappears and you fight the giant bug. After you defeat it, it drops the Keris and Osman reappears. Mesa has agreed to return the Sophonem citizens home. The Keris that was inside the scarab belonged to Caliph, and now you can keep it. You return to the High Priest and he says that the Menaphors sent over some of their dead, and amongst them were the Sophonem citizens disguised. You are rewarded with XP. Completing this quest is a requirement for Beneath Cursed Sands, which is the next quest I'll be completing.